Good morning.
Good morning.
Tell me what we did last night.
We went to Beartooth concert.
Yee. Oh my god, it was so good.
It was really good.
How many times have we seen them?
I think this is the fifth. Is it the fourth or the fifth?
I think it's
I know
four.
we've seen them at 2 festivals. And then we saw them with A Day to Remember and I Prevail. We haven't seen them with somebody else. Maybe it's the fourth.
I don't remember. I think it's 4.
Yeah, I'd have to look back at everything.
Well, we went to the Ritz in Raleigh last night, and we had a great time.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Alright, we're in here, guys. The Ritz in Raleigh. The lineup consisted of Era, followed by The Devil Wears Prada, followed by Silverstein, and then headlining was Beartooth. And I hadn't listened much to Era.
I had never really listened to Era until yesterday, but they're good.
Yeah, they were really good. Their clean vocalist was, you got them high pitch.
So I actually did look because I thought he sounded like a lot like the vocalist from Of Machines, which is an old band. If you don't know who they are, but I did look it up, and he used to be in Ghost Atlas, but I never listened to them either. But the clean vocalist sounds very similar to the vocalist from Of Machines.
Yeah, it was very good.
But the entire band is Wage War vibes. So if you like Wage War, check out Era. They're awesome.
And Devil Wears Prada followed up, and gosh, you can tell they're veterans at the game. The guitar player alone, just the energy, he had everything I was looking for in a guitar player. He was hype, enjoying himself, having a good time. The whole band was great.
Yeah, they've been together since at least when I was in high school, because that's when I found them. But they actually played a song that old. They played Des Moines, so I was excited.
And then Silverstein, I had never really listened to that much, but man, the only thing I could think of the whole time, and don't hate on me for saying this, but the only thing I could think the whole time was like, it's like a Coheed and Cambria had a baby with A Day to Remember, which I'm not super Coheed, but he had a unique, clean voice, and then just the most beautiful heavy.
He had so much, and I mean that's another band that's been around for quite a while, and I mean they're a little bit older than the regular bands, but I love they have just as much energy as all the younger bands, so it doesn't even matter.
So getting to the headliner, what we're all here for, Mullick and Beartooth. Caleb Shomo is. Here's the thing: if you don't like their music, if you go see them live, you'll love them. And then I know it's hard to get there if you don't like them, but it's really up. He played the first song like it was his last song. Let's go! Every song was like it was the last song. I need a headbanging. I need you jumping. I need you screaming.
Open the pit.
Everyone. He's like, I see 2 pits going out here. This is a beautiful thing. But yeah, every song, the energy, the hype from the first one. I don't know how that dude has not gave himself a concussion.
Yeah,
it's insane.
He doesn't stop moving. That's for sure. Even he gave like a 5-minute not speech. He was talking to us, we'll say, for 5 minutes on a personal level. Just about their experience as a band during COVID and the effects and all that stuff. And the entire time he was walking back and forth across the stage.
Well, he was definitely getting it off his chest, pacing back and forth.
Yeah.
So.
And I actually, my favorite person aside from Caleb in the band is Ashi, the bass player. He's always headbanging, which we were on the right side with one of the guitarists, and he wasn't very energetic. I don't know if I think we're normally on the left side, so I don't know if I've ever been right in front of him during a concert. But Ashi was like, they had the drummer up higher with like 2 mics up there, so Ashi was like on the left side, then the right side, then he was up here, then he was over there. He's just moving around the stage the whole time.
Yeah, Caleb definitely steals the show though. That's what his last name should be. Steal the show though, instead of showman. Because it's just, he's got rock and roll in him. It's a rock and roll show.
Yeah.
You know, you're there for it's heavy rock and roll. That's the way I describe it now. When I see Beartooth, he's got the old school heritage rock. They opened up like it just played TNT, AC/DC.
Yeah.
And it was just, and that's what I thought of. Like when you watch AC/DC, you watch Angus Young. He's from one side of the stage to the other, and he's just going crazy. And that's Caleb. And like I said, that's mind blowing how good he is. He's a real artist, real talent.
Yeah, they're a tremendous amount of fun.
Yeah, I would watch Caleb do anything. Beartooth, y'all are awesome. Every time we went and seen them, it's been great. The Ritz is a great venue to see him at too.
Yeah, and Caleb was actually losing his voice during the show, but you could tell a little bit in some of the videos we took, but like live, like it doesn't even matter. Like the energy is so important, because the fact that you could tell when he talked that he was really, we're losing our voices too, but the fact that we knew he was losing his voice just because when he was talking, you could tell, but he just like pushed through. I just think it's really awesome that you can do that.
Yeah, me and her, and like I said, we don't know. We've seen him a couple times, and I'm not hating on his voice by any means, but you could tell like in between sets that maybe he was losing, and he was drinking a lot of water and spitting a lot in between just lyrics. So maybe Caleb was getting a little cold going on. I don't know. We could be totally off on it too.
Yeah, it could just be from playing so many shows and he's just having a hard time. But all that to say that even with that, it was still one of the best performances that we see.
There was nothing bad.
The entire crowd is just energetic the entire time.
Oh.
But he gives the energy to everybody. Like, even if you didn't know any of the songs, I feel like you would still be dancing and headbanging because he's like just getting in there, and he's doing it with you.
He's doing it for you.
Yeah, basically.
Gosh. Like I said, it's just true rock and roll.
Yeah, I'm glad too, because I wasn't sure sometimes when they do the tours that are based off of their albums, they'll only play songs off that album, but I'm really glad that he played like a variety still.
Yeah.
And not just the songs on the album. That's usually like an anniversary tour, I guess. Like if it's the anniversary of the album, they'll just play that album, but
they'll usually end with the classics. I like how he's like, y'all want an old song? And everybody's like, yeah. He's like, how about 3 in a row?
Yeah. Those are older than, because I think my favorite album is probably the Disease album.
It's a banger.
Yeah, it's good. But my favorite song is Bad Listener, so...
Bad Listener. Let's get a little bit of that right here.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Our favorite part's when the drum comes in with it. So I zoomed in on it.
Yeah.
Real close.
Makes me want to give myself a concussion on somebody else's head.
So the Ritz was really good. We had a great time. Beartooth, we'll see you every time. Caleb, I love you. We also, every time we go somewhere, she has to get a venue shirt from whoever we're headlining.
Yep. Got my Beartooth shirt. I'm running out of room in my dresser for my band shirts. But I don't buy a shirt unless I have seen the band live. So I have a band t-shirt collection for anyone interested. To go with my shot glass collection that we've talked about before.
And luckily for me, on the way out, we were going to the parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
And some drunk guy, he's like, hey, buddy. And I turned around and I was like, okay, this dude was kind of jacked. And I could tell he was drunk.
We totally thought he was going to try to start something.
Yeah, because he said, I got something for you.
Yeah.
And I was like, God. So I kind of got in a little bit of defense mode just because we're out of town. We're not out of town. We're in town. But
which is a lot.
We're in a different
people
city.
We don't know.
Yeah, and I didn't know. And you know how people get when they get, on alcohol, me included. And he's like, "Hey, buddy, I got something for you." And I was like, "What's going on, man?" And he's like, hands me this shirt right here.
Yeah.
Pretty dope shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see the back. It's got a skull on it. But anyways, hands me this shirt, and I was like, "I'm good, buddy," because I thought he was gonna be like, "Hey, give me $10, give me $20 or something like that," trying to sell me some.
Yeah, because like when we go to Blue Ridge, there's like all the people standing outside when you leave the venue with the shirts, and they're like trying to sell them. But
yeah, he was like, "Hey, buddy, I got something for you," and I was like, "You sure?" And he was like, "Yeah," and he threw me this shirt. I looked, it was a Beartooth shirt from the venue that night.
Yeah.
And what we probably made the conclusion was he probably bought a large that I wear, and he was probably an XL. That's our conclusion with it. So whoever that drunk guy is out there to give me that shirt, thanks, bro.
Yeah. We watched him for a minute, too. He's definitely drunk. He stumbled away. He did not walk away. He was cool, though. It was awesome.
My highlight from Beartooth, tell me if you'll take away or add. Yeah. Highlights from Beartooth. The energy. The energy from the whole band. The visual effects in the background I hadn't seen before from them. This is my first time seeing them.
They're getting bigger. Yeah, they're getting bigger.
I liked when they had like the big songs with the chanty part.
Yes, that's another big thing when they're so crowd interactive. Like they're like, oh, and then he puts the mic out for you to say the next part. But it's like every song there's a part in there to do that, so everybody gets hyped because it's like, oh, we can sing too.
Yeah, so they have the visuals in the background, and like she said, you have they'll put up the words for the punchlines of the song.
Yeah, for you to sing, it's cool.
So if you don't know it, you know it now.
Can I just point out too, like, I don't know, like, we get close enough to notice small things like this, but it's really hot in there when you're in the front and everybody's mushed together, and this is probably be the stupidest thing I ever said, but when the smoke shoots out of the cannons, it's cold. And they use a lot of that, so it's really nice because it's like air conditioning.
Yes. Yeah, it was a great time. Recommend see Beartooth. Confetti cannons.
Oh,
party.
That was dope. I wasn't ready for the confetti cannon, but it was awesome because you were actually taking a video when it popped out the first time, and I was taking a video when it popped out the second time, so we didn't even know. But yeah, that was really cool.
So I say if you're your first time checking out any venue, any show, go get in the pit, get in the front row. Don't sit up on the stands because you can do that on YouTube at home.
Yeah.
Go be part of the show. That's what we were. We were part of the show every time you're at the front. And that's when you get the best experience. Yes, you're nuts to butts with people, but that's what it is.
Aside from that, like in the center, so if we talk about placement of where you're going to get hurt and where you're not.
Right.
There's usually a section of people in the front, and then there's the pit that's somewhere in the middle. So if you're not standing like 6 to 7 people back, you're not going to get pushed into the pit. If you're in the middle, you're going to be catching crowd surfers the whole time. They're going to be coming from behind you. You're going to have to look back. Those people are going to be more energetic. They're in the center. They got there early. They're waiting. Like, they're in it to win it.
Go get in it. That's what you need to do. Go get in it one time. If you're worried
about being in that much energy, though, you can stand a little off to the, like, you can get a spot a little off to the left or a little off to the right that won't be so much, like, crowd surfing and getting hit and stuff like that, like, bumped into, because, yeah, just a little bit of placement knowledge if you want to go see them when you're worried about anything, but we recommend getting right in the middle of everything and really experiencing
everything. Go be part of the
show.
Go enjoy it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I'm always excited to see Beartooth. It was a great lineup. I mean, the last time we saw them, they were with I Prevail and A Day to Remember, which we're very familiar with, and we were super stoked for that show. We didn't really know what to expect from this one just because we don't really listen to the other bands, but I feel like the energy was good and built up the whole time. Like, because the first 3 bands had a lot of energy too, which was awesome. Beautiful. Yeah.
Go see Beartooth.